Yo, welcome back to the deep dive. I'm Arav, Priya ma'am is here, and we've got Brinal and Divyam back by popular demand.
The comment section wanted us back. We're basically the Marvel post-credit scene at this point.
और आज का टॉपिक मुझे बहुत पसंद है जेनेटिक्स मेंडल वाले एक्सपेरिमेंट्स पीस और हाइट और कलर्स
Divyam's enthusiasm is infectious. Okay, so today, Mendelian genetics. Gregor Mendel, the monk who spent years breeding pea plants in a monastery garden and accidentally discovered the laws of inheritance.
मैम ऑनेस्टली व्हाई डू वी स्टिल स्टडी दिस गाय ये तो 1860s की बात है ना
Because everything in modern genetics traces back to Mendel. CRISPR, built on understanding genes. Gene therapy, Mendel's laws. Even those ancestry DNA tests, 23andMe, all that, they work because of principles Mendel discovered with PEA plants.
Also, fun fact, Mendel published his work in 1866 and literally no one cared. It got rediscovered in 1900, 16 years after he died. Imagine doing groundbreaking research and the world just ignores you.
अरे सीरियसली मेंडल बेचारा जिंदगी भर कोई रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया ये तो बहुत बुरा हुआ
Welcome to Science History, Van Gogh of biology. But here's why NEET loves this topic. It's pure logic and probability. No rote memorization. If you understand the principles, you can solve any genetics problem.
तो बेसिकली ये मैथ्स है बायोलॉजी के अंदर
Kind of. Mendel literally used statistics. He counted plants. 8,023 F2 plants in one experiment alone. He calculated ratios 3 to 1, 9 to 3 to 3 to 1. He was doing data science before Excel existed.
Dude was running A/B tests on peas. Mendel was the OG growth hacker.
A/B टेस्टिंग मतलब मेंडल स्टार्टअप चलाता तो यूनिकॉर्न बन जाता
Possibly. Okay, so Mendel gave us three laws: law of dominance, law of segregation, and law of independent assortment. And then we have non-Mendelian genetics: incomplete dominance, codominance, multiple alleles, polygenic inheritance. Basically, when genes don't follow Mendel's rules.
वेट जीन्स कैन ब्रेक रूल्स
Oh, all the time. Mendel got lucky. Peas have very clean, simple genetics. But most traits, way more complicated. Height, skin color, intelligence, these involve multiple genes interacting. Mendel's laws are the foundation, but reality is messier.
So Mendel is like learning Python basics, and non-Mendelian genetics is when you realize real-world code is full of edge cases and exceptions.
Perfect analogy. So, aaj we're doing both Mendelian rules and the exceptions. Ready?
Ready? Chalo, chalo.
ओके मैम पहले मेंडल ने किया क्या एग्जैक्टली व्हाई पीज
Great question. Mendel chose Pisum sativum, garden pea, for 7 reasons. 1. Short life cycle, breeds fast. 2. Produces lots of offspring. 3. Easy to grow. 4. Has distinct traits that are easy to observe: tall versus short, green versus yellow, round versus wrinkled. 5. Can self-pollinate or cross-pollinate, easy to control breeding. 6. True breeding varieties available. 7. Bisexual flowers.
मैम ट्रू ब्रीडिंग मतलब क्या होता है
Excellent question. True breeding means when you self-pollinate them, they produce offspring identical to the parent. Tall plant times tall plant equals always tall offspring, no variation. These are called pure lines or homozygous.
So Mendel basically had quality control. He knew exactly what traits the parent generation had, so any changes in offspring were due to his crosses, not random mutation.
Exactly. Scientific method at its finest. Now, Mendel studied 7 traits: plant height, tall versus dwarf; seed shape, round versus wrinkled; seed color, yellow versus green; pod shape, inflated versus constricted; pod color, green versus yellow; Flower position, axial versus terminal. Flower color, purple versus white.
Bro, that's a lot of plants to keep track of.
Thousands. He was obsessive. Now, here's the experimental setup. He took two pure breeding plants with contrasting traits, say tall and dwarf. He crossed them. This is the P generation, parental. The offspring are F1 generation, first filial. Then he self-pollinated F1 plants to get F2 generation, second filial.
तो P मतलब पेरेंट्स, F1 मतलब पहली औलाद, F2 मतलब दूसरी जनरेशन. Got it.
Perfect. Now here's where it gets interesting. When Mendel crossed tall times dwarf, what do you think F1 looked like?
Medium height? Like a blend?
Nope. All F1 plants were tall. Not medium, not a mix, 100% tall. The dwarf trait completely disappeared in F1. Mendel called this dominance. Tall is the dominant trait, dwarf is recessive.
So one gene just wins? Like tall gene shows up and is like, I'm in charge now. Dwarf gene, sit down.
Exactly. Dominant trait masks the recessive trait. But here's the kicker. When Mendel self-pollinated the F1 tall plants, the F2 generation had both tall and dwarf plants. The dwarf trait reappeared in a ratio of 3 tall to 1 dwarf.
अरे मतलब ड्वार्फ गायब नहीं हुआ था, वो छुपा हुआ था. F2 में वापस आ गया.
Exactly. This proved that traits are controlled by discrete units, we now call them genes, that don't blend or disappear. They segregate and recombine. This is the law of segregation.
तो जीन्स हाइड करते हैं बट वापस आ सकते हैं.
Yes. Now, notation. We use letters. Tall equals capital T for dominant. Dwarf equals small t for recessive. Pure tall plant equals capital T, capital T. Pure dwarf equals small t. F1 tall plant equals capital T, small t, has both alleles, but tall shows because it's dominant. This is called heterozygous, two different alleles.
So genotype is the letters, like capital T or capital T small t. And phenotype is what you see, like tall or dwarf.
Gold star. Genotype equals genetic makeup. Phenotype equals physical appearance. NEET loves asking this distinction. Alright, let's do the actual cross. Mendel's monohybrid cross, studying one trait at a time. Divyam, walk me through pure tall crossed with pure dwarf.
तो capital T plant can only give capital T gametes. Small t plant can only give small t gametes. तो सब F1 offspring capital T small t होंगे.
Perfect. All F1 are capital T, small t, genotypically heterozygous, phenotypically tall. Now, self-pollinate F1. Capital T, small t crossed with capital T, small t. What happens?
Punnett square time?
Yes, the Punnett square is just a grid to organize possibilities. Each F1 parent can give either capital T or small t gamete. 4 combinations possible. You get 1 capital T, 2 capital T, small t, and 1 small t, small t. That's the genotypic ratio, 1 to 2 to 1.
But phenotypically, capital T and capital T small t both look tall, right? So it's 3 tall to 1 dwarf?
Exactly. Phenotypic ratio is 3 to 1. This is Mendel's most famous ratio. He got this with all 7 traits, 3 to 1 in F2. This consistency proved the law of segregation. During gamete formation, the 2 alleles for a trait separate, so each gamete gets only 1 allele.
मतलब जीन्स एक दूसरे से अलग हो जाते हैं जब गैमीट्स बनते हैं, फिर फर्टिलाइजेशन में वापस मिक्स होते हैं.
Exactly. Mnemonic for law of segregation. Separate alleles, gametes get 1. Now here's a neat trap. They'll give you a cross and ask, what's the probability of a heterozygous offspring? From capital T small t crossed with capital T small t, answer is 2 out of 4, which equals 1 out of 2, which equals 50%.
Oh, so it's just counting boxes in the Punnett square.
Basically, but you have to read carefully. Probability of capital T small t equals 2 out of 4. Probability of tall phenotype equals 3 out of 4. Probability of small t equals 1 out of 4. Different questions, different answers.
This is literally just conditional probability. If genetics was taught as a stats course, people would get it faster.
Agreed. Now, test cross. Super important for NEET. If you have a tall plant but don't know if it's capital T or capital T small t, how do you find out?
Grow it and see.
Not enough. Capital T and capital T small t both look tall. So you cross it with the recessive homozygote, small t, the dwarf plant. If the unknown plant is capital T, all offspring will be tall, all capital T, small t. If the unknown is capital T, small t, you'll get a 1-to-1 ratio. Half tall, which is capital T, small t, half dwarf, which is small t,
ओह, मतलब dwarf plant से क्रॉस करके चेक करते हैं. अगर एक भी dwarf बचा आया तो पेरेंट कैपिटल T स्मॉल t था.
Exactly. Test cross reveals the hidden genotype. Mnemonic, test with recessive reveals the truth.
That's actually clever experimental design. Use the known to deduce the unknown.
Now, Mendel's second major experiment, dihybrid cross, studying two traits simultaneously. He crossed plants that were round yellow seeds crossed with wrinkled green seeds, capital R equals round, which is dominant, small r equals wrinkled, which is recessive, capital Y equals yellow, which is dominant, small y equals green, which is recessive.
तो अब दो ट्रेड्स एक साथ ट्रैक कर रहे हैं.
Exactly. Pure round yellow is capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Pure wrinkled green is small r, small y, small y. F1 generation. All capital R, capital Y, small y, round yellow seeds. Makes sense. Both dominant traits show. Now, F1 crossed with F1 self-cross. What's the phenotypic ratio in F2?
If it's independent, would it be 9-3 to 3-1?
Correct. How did you know?
Probability multiplication. If each trait is 3-1 and they are independent, you multiply. 3 plus 1 times 3 plus 1 equals 9 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1.
Brilliant. Let me break it down. 9 round yellow, both dominant traits showing. 3 round green, round dominant, green recessive. 3 wrinkled yellow, wrinkled recessive, yellow dominant. 1 wrinkled green. Both recessive traits showing. This 9-3 to 3-1 ratio proved the law of independent assortment. Genes for different traits are inherited independently of each other.
मतलब एक जीन का बिहेवियर दूसरे जीन को अफेक्ट नहीं करता. सीड का शेप और कलर अलग-अलग डिसाइड होते हैं.
Exactly. But here's the catch. This only works if genes are on different chromosomes or far apart on the same chromosome. If they're close together on the same chromosome, they're linked and don't assort independently. We call this linkage.
Wait, so Mendel got lucky again? His traits were on different chromosomes.
Yes, pure luck. P has 7 chromosome pairs and Mendel studied 7 traits, 1 per chromosome pair. If he'd chosen traits on the same chromosome, he wouldn't have gotten 9-3 to 3-1. He would have discovered linkage instead.
So Mendel accidentally picked the perfect experimental setup and didn't even know it. That's like winning the lottery of scientific design.
Exactly. Now, NEET loves dihybrid problems. They'll ask, in a cross capital A capital B small b crossed with capital A capital B small b, what fraction of offspring are small a capital B small b? You solve using the forked line method or probability method.
Ma'am, forked line क्या है?
Simple. Treat each trait separately. Capital A crossed with capital A small a gives 1 out of 4 chance of small a. Capital B small b crossed with capital B small b gives 1 out of 2 chance of capital B small b. Multiply. 1 out of 4 times 1 out of 2 equals 1 out of 8. Much faster than drawing a 16-box Punnett square.
Bro, that's a cheat code. Why don't they teach this first?
Because suffering builds character, apparently.
All right, now the fun part. When Mendel's laws don't apply. First up, incomplete dominance. Neither allele is fully dominant. They blend.
मतलब actually blend होता है? Mendel said no blending.
In Mendel's peas, no blending. But in other organisms, yes. Classic example, snapdragon flowers. Red homozygous crossed with white homozygous gives F1, that's pink heterozygous. Not red, not white, intermediate.
अरे पिंक मतलब दोनों कलर्स मिक्स हो गए. ये तो पेंटिंग जैसा है.
Exactly. And in F2, you get 1 red to 2 pink to 1 white. Still 1 to 2 to 1 genotypic, but now phenotypic ratio is also 1 to 2 to 1 because the heterozygote is visibly different.
So, incomplete dominance is when the heterozygote has its own unique phenotype. Got it?
Now, codominance. Both alleles are fully expressed simultaneously. Example, ABO blood groups. If you're AB, you have both A and B antigens on your red blood cells. Not a blend, both present.
तो कोडोमिनेंस में दोनों शो होते हैं. इनकम्प्लीट में मिक्स होके नया दिखता है.
Perfect distinction. NEET will ask this. Roan coat in cattle, incomplete or codominance? Answer, codominance. You can see both red hairs and white hairs. Not pink, which would be a blend, both colors separately visible.
मतलब रोन कोट में रेड और व्हाइट दोनों साथ में है. कोडोमिनेंस.
Exactly. Now, multiple alleles. More than 2 alleles for one gene in the population. Example, ABO blood. 3 alleles, IA, IB, and small I. But each person only gets 2, one from each parent.
So, the gene has 3 versions floating around in the human population, but you personally only have 2 copies?
Yes, combinations. IA with IA or IA with small I equals blood type A. IB with IB or IB with small I equals blood type B. IA with IB equals blood type AB. That's codominance. Small I with small I equals blood type O. This gives us 4 blood types from 3 alleles. NEET loves blood group problems.
भाई ब्लड ग्रुप क्वेश्चन तो पक्का आता है हर साल.
Always. Now, last one. Polygenic inheritance. Multiple genes control one trait. Example, human skin color, height, eye color. Not simple dominant/recessive. Many genes, each adding a small effect.
मतलब हाइट एक जीन से नहीं, बहुत सारे जीन से डिसाइड होता है.
Exactly. That's why height is a spectrum, not discrete categories. Polygenic traits show continuous variation, a bell curve. Most people are medium height. Fewer are very tall or very short.
So, Mendelian traits are like Boolean values, true/false, tall/short. Polygenic traits are like sliders, continuous range.
Perfect analogy. Mnemonic for non-Mendelian. Incomplete blends, codominance shows both. multiple alleles exist, polygenic adds up.
Final recap time. Ma'am, Mendelian genetics in 30 seconds.
Done. Mendel's laws. First, dominance. One allele masks another. Second, segregation. Alleles separate during gamete formation, giving 3:1 F2 ratio in monohybrid crosses. Third, independent assortment. Different genes inherited independently, giving 9:3 to 3:1 in dihybrid crosses. Non-Mendelian. Incomplete dominance means blend. Codominance means both show. Multiple alleles means more than two versions exist. Polygenic means many genes control one trait. Key tools: Punnett square, test cross, probability method.
High yield neat points.
5. 1. Test cross uses recessive homozygote to reveal unknown genotype. 2. Incomplete dominance. Heterozygote is intermediate, like pink snapdragon. 3. Codominance. Both alleles expressed, like AB blood or roan coat. 4. Multiple alleles. ABO blood has 3 alleles in the population. 5. Dihybrid. F2 ratio is 9:3 to 3:1 only if genes assort independently.
मैम एक ट्रिक क्वेश्चन, अगर पेरेंट्स दोनों ए बी ब्लड ग्रुप हैं, बच्चे का ब्लड ग्रुप क्या हो सकता है?
Great question. IAIB crossed with IAIB gives IA with IA equals blood type A. IA with IB equals blood type AB. This can happen two ways. IB with IB equals blood type B. So children can be A, AB or B, but not O because neither parent has the small I allele. NEET loves this.
Divyam is asking NEET level questions now.
Character development. Anyway, joke time. Why did the recessive allele go to therapy? Because it was tired of being dominated in every relationship.
रिसेसिव अलील का ब्रेकअप मैं कभी दिखता ही नहीं.
Okay, students, genetics clear? Punnett square समझ आए? Mendelian और non-Mendelian difference पता चल गया?
रियल टॉक. कमेंट्स में बताओ कौन से टॉपिक्स कंफ्यूजिंग हैं. नेक्स्ट एपिसोड हम डायरेक्टली एड्रेस करेंगे. कम्युनिटी ड्रिवन कंटेंट.
Also, we're dropping a genetics problem solving guide this week. Punnett squares, probability shortcuts, blood group flowchart. Instagram पे चेक करो.
और मीम पेज पे मेंडल का फोटो है विद कैप्शन व्हेन यू डू ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग रिसर्च बट डाई बिफोर एनीवन केयर्स. बहुत रिलेटेबल.
इतना मारूंगी ना, poor Mendel. Anyway, students, coaching institutes will make you memorize ratios. We taught you why those ratios exist. Probability, logic, experimental design.
Subscribe, share, tag your friends who still mix up incomplete dominance and codominance. This was the deep dive, Summit Neuro. Next episode, linkage, crossing over, and chromosomal theory.
Because apparently genes on the same chromosome have drama.
लिंकेज तोड़ने का चक्कर, क्रॉसिंग ओवर का धमाल.
See you next dive.
Subscribe.
Keep learning.
जय मेंडल.